My name is Mike Tranckino. This is my wife, Katie Tranckino, and we attend the East Valley CCV campus. I started in banking. My family was in banking, so I started a banking job and just kind of transitioned from there into different aspects of banking and just kind of fell into the mortgage world somehow when someone just said, hey, it's not rocket science, you can do this. You know, when I started, it wasn't, it was more of a 40-hour, 45-hour a week job, so it wasn't as big a deal. You know, I would travel sometimes and things like that, but as my career progressed and I became more successful and became regional manager and things like that and had, operations and sales teams that I worked with, that changed. I was working all the time. So it was sun up to sundown and had great success from it, but it was all about work. As I was in these jobs and really realized that I was lacking significance in the job, no matter what I did, it was never enough for myself even. Not just the people I was competing against or my employers, it was never enough for myself. And I was never happy. I was never happy in that situation. I felt like, okay, is my family the most important thing in my life? And I need to reorganize and restructure my values. So I wasn't willing to put my family aside, put my Christian walk aside to continue to follow that path. At the time, I really felt like I was praying a lot about it and seek the advice of several mentors. So several people I talked to, and they all kind of gave me the same advice without me prompting them at all. Hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you start your own company? You can do it the way you want to. You can make it Christian-based, and that's kind of what I had on my heart anyway. So I followed that leading, and that was a tough decision for us.
It made us cling to the Lord, so we had no other choice, but we had to make this work, and we knew that if we just stayed on His path, that He would provide for us.
I can glorify God in my business every day. So that's huge for me, to be able to live that out with my employees, the company Katie works for, our company. If we have meetings, we pray before those meetings. We'll pray with our team members, and it's a huge lifestyle change because God's now part of your life all the time.
He just didn't want to be that husband or that father. He wanted to be home, and ended up swinging a whole other way. It went from swinging to, I'm working from sunup to sundown to I want to be with my family. And these are the people that God's blessed me with, and I want to set a good example for them, for my wife, so that I don't work all the time, or for my daughter to see what a good work ethic is, but to also see what the other important things are in life. We went from living for our success to glorifying His significance, and it's an honor, it's a blessing, and we just try to share that with others the best we can.
We love to be able to find more ways to just serve God, and CCV has given us a great opportunity to do that.
He serves at the New to CCV tent, and I serve at the New to CCV Kids. We've had a lot of blessings from the church, so why not give back in every single way, whether it be tithing and serving, just doing whatever we can to glorify the Lord.
Mm-hmm. You had to establish your where your values really lie. Does this really matter? And will God provide? Do you have the faith to trust that God will provide? And if you do, then you realize it's not all on you, and you don't have to work 80 hours a week to try and come up with this. You just work in a way that honors God, and God will honor that effort.